She gave everyone in her life everything they needed: her time, her energy, her heart. And the one time she needed someone back, nobody came. This is the story of a girl named Lena, and it might change how you see every relationship in your life. Before we start, hit subscribe and tap like, because this story gets heavier. And if you know someone who always gives too much and gets too little back, share this with them. They need to hear it. We are taught that love means giving everything. We are told that staying, no matter what, makes you strong. But maybe the most important thing you can ever learn is this: the difference between being loved and being used. It happens quietly, slowly, often by people who truly believe they love you. Lena lived in a small town between two rivers, the kind of place where everyone knew everyone's name. She was not rich. She was not famous. But everyone needed her. If a neighbor's fence broke, Lena showed up with tools before they even asked. If a friend's child got sick, Lena watched the other kids without being told. When old Mr. Rowe lost his wife and stopped eating for weeks, it was Lena who brought him soup every single morning and sat with him in silence. People said Lena had a gift. They said she was born to help others. And Lena believed them, because helping made her feel warm inside, like she finally had a place in the world. She had a boyfriend named Theo. Kind eyes, quiet voice, good with his hands. But Theo could not always keep steady work, and when money got tight, he changed. He stopped talking at dinner. He stopped asking about her day. He would sit and stare at nothing, and Lena would bring him tea without being asked, and he would take it without a single word. When things got better, Theo came back to life, warm again, joking again, and Lena told herself, this is what love looks like. You hold someone through the storm, and then the sun comes back. She believed that for years. Her best friend was a girl named Ruby. Loud laugh, sharp mind. They grew up together. But Ruby had a habit. Every time her life got messy, a fight with her partner, money trouble, a bad choice she made, she came straight to Lena. Not to ask how Lena was doing, just to talk, just to pour out her problems. After every visit, Ruby left feeling lighter, and Lena sat alone, feeling heavier. Still, Lena called this friendship. A real friend shows up, she told herself, and she was proud to be that friend. There was also a boy in town named Milo, 17 years old, no father around, a mother who worked far away most of the year. He was always finding trouble, not bad trouble, just the kind that comes from a kid with nowhere to put his energy. Lena gave him small jobs. She listened to his dreams. She lent him money and told herself she didn't expect it back. But secretly, she hoped he would prove her right for believing in him. For 2 years, Milo came to her whenever he had nowhere else to go. And she gave and gave and gave. He called her the closest thing to a mom I've ever had. Those words filled her heart so much that she didn't notice something important. She didn't notice she had stopped sleeping well. She didn't notice her own life had gone quiet and empty, like a garden nobody waters anymore. Then one autumn, everything changed. Lena got sick. Nothing serious, but serious enough that she needed 2 weeks in bed, unable to help anyone. She told her neighbors. She waited. Theo took care of the house, but badly, and after 5 days he started complaining that it was a lot, that he was trying his best. He wasn't cruel. He just made it very clear, in small quiet ways, that giving was supposed to be her job, not his. Ruby visited once. On day 3, she brought a small cake and spent the whole visit talking about her own problems. Before she left, she squeezed Lena's hand and said, "You'll be fine soon. You're always fine." Then she left. Milo never came at all. Lena lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, and something inside her went very still. Not angry, not even sad, just still, like a lake right before it freezes. She thought about the neighbor whose fence she fixed, who never once asked how she felt. She thought about Mr. Rowe, who ate her soup for a month, then built a wall between their yards and barely nodded hello. She thought about Ruby, who always changed the subject the moment Lena tried to talk about her own pain. She thought about Milo's words, the closest thing to a mom, and realized something painful. A child who loves his mother shows up when she is sick. And there it was. Not bitterness, just clarity. She had not been loved. She had been useful. And those are two very different things. Being loved means someone sees you even when you have nothing left to give. Being useful means someone sees what you can do for them. You can be endlessly useful to someone who forgets you the second you can't be useful anymore. And here's the hard truth. If you fill every gap in everyone's life, they never have to grow. They never have to learn. And you, quietly, slowly, start to disappear without even noticing it yourself. On day 14, Lena got out of bed. She walked to her small, dry garden, the one she used to plant just for herself before she stopped having time for it. She pulled the weeds. She turned the soil with her own hands. She planted new seeds. Not for anyone else this time, for herself. She made one simple decision that morning. She would still help people, but differently. She would help when it came from love, not from fear of saying no. She would give from a full heart, not an empty one. The next time Ruby showed up with a storm in her eyes, ready to talk for an hour, Lena poured 2 cups of tea, sat down, and spoke first. "I want to tell you something that's been sitting with me," she said. And she did, calmly, honestly, no drama. Ruby was stunned. She didn't know what to say at first, but she listened. And for the first time, something real passed between them, a real friendship, where both people showed up, not just one. Theo noticed the change too. Lena stopped filling every silence for him, stopped disappearing into helpfulness before he even asked. At first, it made him uncomfortable. Then it made him curious. Slowly, he started asking real questions. "How are you feeling today? What do you need?" Small questions, but real ones. And Milo? He came back months later, older, quieter, standing at her door with empty hands and an honest face. He said he thought about her every day she was sick, and he was ashamed he never came. Lena let him in. She didn't pretend it was fine. She said, "I noticed, and I want you to know, the people who care about you show up. And so should you. You're old enough for that now." He nodded. He understood. And that honest moment gave him something her silent giving never could, a standard to live up to. Lena didn't become cold. She didn't shut her door. She just learned to open it differently, with choice, not fear, with love, not obligation. And slowly, something beautiful happened. The people who truly cared for her became visible, because she finally had energy left to see them. They had been there all along, quiet, never asking for much. She had just been too busy giving to the loudest voices to notice the gentle ones. So here's a question for you. If you have always been the one who gives, when you had nothing left to give, who actually stayed? The people who love you are not the ones who need you the most. They are the ones who want you, not just what you can do for them. Being needed can feel like love, especially if no one ever showed you real love before. It feels warm. It feels important. But need is hungry. It never asks how you're doing. It only asks what you have left. You are not a service. You are a person. And once you start treating yourself that way, you will see clearly, without any anger, who was ever really there. Keep giving. Keep being kind. Open your door, but from a place that belongs to you. Do it because you choose to, not because you're scared of what happens if you don't. That is not coldness. That is where real love begins, for other people and for yourself. Lena's garden grew back stronger than ever that spring. If any part of this story felt familiar, if you saw a little bit of yourself in Lena, then this channel is for you. Every story here is a seed. Hit like, drop a comment, share this with someone who gives too much and forgets to fill their own cup, and subscribe so you never miss the next one. You're not just supporting this channel, you're helping someone else find words they didn't have before. That's not a small thing. That's exactly what love looks like. See you in the next story.